Boy, do we have a story today. We currently have Homeland Security that just verified that they are unable to shoot down the drones that have been taking over New Jersey, Arizona, and Las Vegas and Nevada. In addition to civilians now trying to shoot out said drones. Yes, we have footage of civilians trying to shoot the drones out the sky, which is absolutely crazy. In addition to people now making rumors as to believing it could be extraterrestrial due to the lack of evidence or any proof that our government has given to it, and the way they're trying to deflect from the situation instead of informing Americans. In addition to all of this, Donald Trump has demanded that they be shot down and the government tell the people the truth about what's really going on.
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well, first of all, the statements I've made already are the principal message that I want to communicate to the American public. We haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat. Secondly, we have gone to Congress repeatedly asking for more authority to counter drone activity.
I need an order. I need a cap. That's cap in the court. Got to order some cap in the court on that. So for him to sit here and say that it's not a known threat, well, if drones are able just to do what they want inside of our airspace, when American citizens that pay tax here aren't able to do the same thing, it's a threat. When drones have more freedom in America than we do, it's a threat. Why is that? They can say, oh, it's not in a no-fly zone. I don't give a darn. The reason I'm saying that is because if you are a photographer, someone please correct me if I'm wrong, or you shoot music videos, you have to get approval through the FAA to even fly your drone up for a music video shoot, bro. So if you have to communicate with these individuals for something as minuscule as that, how is it that hundreds of drones can fly where the hell they want in our country without any supervision? It's a threat. It's a threat, and they're deflecting, and that's what kind of worries me the most. They're deflecting. Why not just tell people what it is? It's obviously a problem, because now we have reports of them saying they can't shoot it down. They don't have authorization. Who's authorizing the ability for these drones to keep Americans in the panic that they are in? Who is allowing this? Who said to allow these drones to stay up in the air? There are people actually terrified about this situation. It's getting weirder and weirder. At first, we thought it was just, it's just something we don't care about. You know, something that's just going to blow over, like the Chinese spy balloon. Do you guys remember when China filled Whoopi Goldberg with some helium, put her up in the skies, and they were spying on us? That was about 2022, maybe. The Chinese spy balloon. Yeah, that era. I thought it was going to blow over, you know. I thought it was going to blow over, maybe become a host of The View or something. I didn't think this subject was going to be that important. But lo and behold, it is very, very important, and Americans care about it now because they're telling us not to, unfortunately. When they tell us not to do something, we care a little bit more.
And we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision, because he correctly notes those authorities need to be expanded.
I want to play something another New Jersey congressman, Republican Jeff Van Drew, said about the drones over his state in New Jersey. Listen to this.
We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening?
What do you say to the congressman?
Well, first of all, we have experts, and he should not diminish the extent of their expertise and the extent of their dedication to the well-being of the American people. These are individuals who dedicate.
It's just weird, and I do hope that with the next administration that we can get to the point where Americans can trust their the established people. So I want to be able to trust the head of the FBI, the CIA, Homeland Security. It's very unfortunate when we're watching them talk and we have to think, how much are they lying to us about? Wouldn't it be just amazing to have trust in our government and trust in our media? I mean, just imagine how much easier life would get. They would literally take the work away from us. That was why they were put there in the first place. The main reason why we have media in these entities in government, because they're supposed to make our lives easier, make us not have to worry about it. As lazy as it sounds, in actuality, it's true. They're not doing their job. We're having to verify their stuff. We have to see if they're telling us lies. They're making Americans work in addition to their 9 to 5 lifestyle or whatever that might be that they're doing to make ends meet. They're not supposed to be a politician on the side. They're not supposed to be a lawyer on the side. They're not supposed to be a tech expert on the side. But to be an educated American that can take care of himself, herself, and their family, you have to be these things now, including a doctor. Thanks to 2020, if you guys know what I mean, we have to know more about industries that at one time we could simply understand that the experts got it and it's not our role to care about. Those days are gone.
Their careers to the safety and security of the United States of America, number one. Number two, it's not as though anyone can just take down a drone in the sky. That in and of itself would be dangerous.
Do you have the authority to shoot down drones?
Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are limited by the United States Coast Guard in the maritime environment, the United States Secret Service in its protection of our national leaders, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection with respect to the border. We have various authorities that are discrete to the particular missions. We can't just shoot a drone out of the...
That's the BS I'll be talking about. Listen, if there is a national act of security, you're saying what you can and can't do. All right, let's go ahead and let's play that game and say that they can't do it without the proper steps. Okay. Why would it take that long if something is invading our airspace? Why would it honestly take longer than 2 hours to get that handled? I'm talking about from the very top. Why would it take longer? Would this not be a situation, no matter what your position is, that if you got a phone call, no matter when it was, you are supposed to take it? Is this not a take the phone call type of situation? I could picture any governor, any mayor, any politician get a phone call and say, hey, man, we got an undisclosed amount of drones that the government can't confirm who they belong to. It doesn't appear to be a foreign entity, and they have electromagnetic shielding. I don't really see many politicians or government entities blow this off for days and days and days to the point to where they can't get the authority. The authority can be given if you went to Congress and reached out to it. Why hasn't Congress given the authority to shoot at them? What is truly going on? You can't keep playing us like this. What is really going on? Or is it something that we can't control? Because I tell you, our government is a lot of things, but nothing is more terrifying to me than feeling like they're not in control. And as crazy as that sounds, and I'm not saying in control of our lives, but in control of the country. If something like this happens and the government say, well, there's nothing we can do. They got the right to fly, do whatever they want. We can't shoot them down. That's terrifying. That means we can be touched. That means we're vulnerable. That means we're nowhere near as strong as I thought we were. And that goes for every American. That's a very, very terrifying reality to live in. That's not the reality I want. We need a confident government telling the American people they're going to handle this. When things that's a mass event happen out of nowhere, we're supposed to show competence. But the fact it's taken so many days to get this data, to get these things out the sky, is crazy. It's gotten to the point where Americans are actually shooting at these drones. Americans are trying to take them out. Like I said at the intro of the video, I got footage of it. Americans shooting at the drones. Because it's something very, at this point, the more time going by, am I just being a fearmonger, or is it getting a little bit ominous? It's just something about the government telling us, don't worry about it. It makes Americans worry, because when they tell us not to worry is when they've just got done setting pieces in place to keep us distraught for the next couple of years. And another thing, the worst thing the government can say is, of course, I'm here to help. They're telling us not to worry, and they're telling us they're here to help while we can actually see that things are pretty stagnant. It looks like we're going to be having drones above the New Year's Eve ball in New York if they keep this going. So interesting to see where this is going to get. And honestly, we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty, or get down a lot more than where we are right now by the end of the video.
But do you know for sure these are drones or unmanned aircraft? What are they?
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial drones as well. But we know of no threat or nefarious.
So this is the thing I have to give some slack for. And like I said, if I'm wrong on any of this, I need people to please try to correct me. I don't want to act like I know it all. But if he's saying that we all have the right to buy these drones and do whatever the hell we want with them, he has yet to say about how they have to be registered. So you telling me, although people can private purchase these, there has to be no registration, no serial code, no nothing? There's no radio frequency that they're on? That in itself is weird. There's also video footage of a strange radio frequency being emitted from these drones. Well, I believe to be from these drones, because these radio stations are now showing some very strange radio frequencies. If Americans are allowed to do that and disrupt the public like that, it would happen every day. That's why we have rules and regulations. You're not able just to take over a city like that with drones. And if you are able to do it, the government would know. The government would know. This isn't the first time drones have been everywhere. Do you guys remember Steve Harvey actually appeared? A Steve Harvey face appeared in Atlanta. There was hundreds of drones for some reason in Atlanta formed Steve Harvey face. This was like last year, I believe, near the end of last year. I'm trying to figure out, how was it that everyone understood that these drones were from the specific light show? They knew exactly who owned these drones, and I'm talking about this was all less than like 3 hours. And these drones were obviously pretty funny. Yet you have a situation right now where they're spying on people, being pretty ominous, not showing any type of sign of communication with people, and it's continuous. Another problem, these drones have an extensive amount of power and range. They're not regular unmanned drones. Like, who are they kidding? These drones are going fast as hell in the sky. Like, it's getting to the point, it's like, do they really think we're that ignorant?
Various activity. And I want to repeat, Wolf, that if we learn of any cause for concern, we will be transparent in our communication of it.
We know that some of these drones, whether in the Middle East or Ukraine, have weapons, have missiles attached to these drones. Wouldn't it be smart to at least get a look at these drones to see if they are armed?
Wolf, there is no question that technology has advanced in the realm of drones. They can fly farther, they can fly faster, they can carry heavier payloads. Our authorities need to keep up with the technological advances. The chairman of the Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives, Mark Green, has argued for and advocated for that expansion of authorities. So has Congressman Pfluger. We agree with that advocacy, and we have sought increased authorities.
As you know, it's causing a lot of concern. Mr. Secretary.
I'm here to calm those concerns, Wolf, and we'll be back if there's any reason for them.
We'll continue this conversation if in fact, these drones continue to show up over New Jersey and elsewhere. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And good luck. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I'm guessing now in America that this is completely fine, what I'm about to show. This is cool. Like, hey, if any of you watching this video, I'm guessing thanks to Homeland Security, we got the right to do this right here. Who cares? I mean, who cares? Let me just order those. Just send them all, Let me just disrupt the airway. Let me just do whatever the hell I want. Homeland Security said this is free game. So, I've got to see if there's a way I could purchase me a couple hundreds of drones and not, notify FAA. I'm guessing as long as I'm not in a no-fly zone, I got the right to do what I want with my drones. Like, I'm not going to register one drone, right? I'm going to do a social experiment. I'm going to get as many drones as I can. I'm going to shoot them all up in the skies in Nashville. And I'm going to see if I have any problems. Now, according to Homeland Security, which I would deem credible, I have the right to do this. Nothing should happen. I should have no problems. We're going to test this out. Now, you guys just watch this with me. Homeland Security saying it's okay. We're private-owned citizens. We can purchase what we want. We can play with our drones how we want. It doesn't matter that they can't verify it. So I'm going to try this. Who cares? Who cares about this many drones? Like, that's not, look, this doesn't bother anyone. Look, clearly, I mean, who cares? That's not a threat. It's not a threat at all. They said that these drones are activated on freaking frequency. There is something very odd going on with this. They are moving on frequency. It's a hive of drones that is being operated on a frequency. What type of SHI, what is this? Now, this isn't the specific drone footage of New Jersey. I don't believe so, right here. But this is showing drones that's operated on radio frequency and how fast they can work and coordinate with each other.
I'm telling you, Martha, I'm telling you, we don't
You
know.
don't know.
We
All right,
don't
let me ask you this.
corroborate every single sighting. Some of them we have, not all of them.
Here's more details about the whole drone sightings and what our government is saying about what they don't know, saying they don't know about the drones, which is why they can't shoot them down and they haven't yet been given authority. So they can't be regular manned drones. Are they really from a different country? With the radio frequency nonsense, with the UAP meetings that we've been having, like I said, we've had more interest in UFOs than we have ever seen this year alone. This is the truth. Is it a stretch? Is it a stretch? I'm not going to say it, but that people are saying that it could be extraterrestrial. I don't even want to look at the camera when talking like that, but that's what people are saying. Is it really a stretch? I don't know. But it is very, 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 very odd that we had these meetings, and it's just the meetings that just kind of make me, You got congressmen all across America constantly talking about UFOs and UAPs this year, saying how it was going to be extremely important for us to focus more on what's above. And next thing you know, right before Christmas, we get the October surprise late, and it's drones taking over our skies. It could be correlated. It could be coincidence. But at the end of the day, we're not being told the truth.
Concerns. We have those same
Sure.
concerns.
Yeah, because
But
they're
what I
flying over
can
your
tell you-
house, and it sounds
Of
like there are
course.
motorcycles landing on your roof.
Of
so
course.
let me ask you this: one, person who watched this online said they think it's a Pterodynamics Transwing Drone XP4, which is being developed by the U.S. Navy as a recon and logistics drone capable of picking up and dropping off packages between land and moving ships in high seas and winds. They're suggesting it's an American company. We asked the company. They said we can't speculate on the origin of the drones that are flying over New Jersey. So is that an avenue that has been inspected? Is this a private company that is practicing something? And wouldn't they have to clear something with somebody to have
The FAA. I thought it was the FAA. Dude, am I tripping? Has the Mandela effect hit my black ass? So that you no longer have to, bro, am I tripping? So I'm guessing you don't have to register anything? Let's see.
this kind of activity?
It could very well be, as I said, these could be commercially developed drones of some kind.
Why not just take one down and figure out what's going on?
Well, the idea of taking something down, again, you want to worry about public safety. First of all, we don't have enough conclusions to take that kind of a policy action. But let's just assume for a minute, Martha, that we did. I mean, you're not going to want to shoot something down where it could hit somebody's house or hurt somebody.
Well, the Coast Guard says that there are 30 of them following one of their ships in the ocean. So would that work?
I mean, again, we have to develop the policy options based on what we know we're dealing with here, and we just don't know enough to make those to take those kinds of actions. But my goodness, we're going to do everything we can to find out, and we're going to share as much as we can. I understand it's frustrating for folks.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for us. We want to know as well.
What does President Biden
You ain't
say
frustrated.
about it?
He also has tasked the team to look into this and to be energetic in doing it to try to get answers. He saw some of these images yesterday. He has talked to his team, including his top leaders, including at the Defense Department. And
Have you called in AI experts or said why don't we ask Elon Musk what he thinks, or brought in outside experts?
We're working really hard right now inside in the interagency, and certainly supporting the FBI and DHS as they investigate this. And if we need to have additional conversations with people outside the lifelines, we certainly will do that. But I want to make sure I don't get ahead of the investigators and what they're doing.
It just seems weird. I mean, people, they're low. They fly fairly low, some of these. It just...
Mind you, when this first happened, they said only local authorities was investigating this. If you actually go to my YouTube video about the drones, I can't make this up. They say only local police are investigating this. Dude, this is only, 2 days later? Our government is so disloyal. You can literally go through some of my old YouTube videos, and just from the topic and titles, the topic I'm talking about literally is I'm trying to find a way to put this in words. It will show how hypocritical they are. I will have topics that will talk about something that'll say Democrats say this isn't happening, and then 2-3 weeks later you'll see a new topic on YouTube where I'm speaking on something, and it'll say Democrats react to blah 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 happening, or Democrats try to downplay the effects of such and such. First it didn't happen, then it's not that serious, then it's you too obsessed. It's their strategy. But at the end of the day, this isn't a liberal nor conservative thing. And what's kind of scary is that liberals and conservatives are working in unison to keep the public at bay, to not know what's really going on.
I think it's amazing that the White House has no idea what's going on. I think that makes people feel really unsettled. In New Jersey, they sent out an intelligence bulletin, I should say, issued in December of 2024 with recommendations for encountering downed UAVs. And it says a downed or landed drone should not be approached. It says request hazardous materials response unit or local hazmat team. And then it says request the nearest bomb squad. Do you agree with those recommendations if one of these things comes into someone's house or lands in their yard, or they have to deal with it?
Yeah, look, I haven't seen that directive, but all that makes perfect sense to me as a former military person. If something like an aircraft of any kind lands in your backyard or close to you or your family, call the authorities. Don't approach it. You don't know what it is, and you don't know what kind of fuel might be on board. You absolutely should just call the authorities. Make sure you report it. Don't go near it. Don't touch it. You don't want to get hurt.
Well, several agencies are involved in an investigation in Hillsborough, New Jersey, as to a possible drone.
This was about 3 hours ago up in New Jersey. They were talking about a drone had landed. Still waiting on some report.
Landing that happened yesterday. The search is ongoing right now.
It was posted on Twitter 3 hours ago.
In an area between or just off of Route 206 in Hillsborough, near Falcon Road, and we can see a staging area by Somerset County hazardous material units, some other county officials, as well as Hillsborough agencies as well. We also understand the FBI is aware of the incident. Again, this is a search ongoing. It is primarily happening in a wooded area just adjacent to a shopping center, again, in the area.
Mind you, they say none of this is really that much of a threat or a problem. It is causing mass hysteria, and at the end of the day, resources are being used. How much is that fuel for the helicopter? Our resources are being used. Our country don't like wasting resources. They can't keep downplaying this. We just want answers. We are so tired of being lied to and not being told the truth. Why do they feel like Americans don't deserve to know? What did we do to deserve to be treated like children? Why do they believe we can't handle it? Is it that the scum of our country that bad? That if they get, is it not those that are respected individuals that can handle these type of things? Is it that the small select few that would lose their shit? Are they the reason why we can't learn anything? Because that's what I'm starting to feel like. It's like the same type of people that can't hold their liquor. You can't drink with them like that, you know? Because they don't know how to chill. They don't know how to take that and let it flow the right way. No diddy. They mess up the whole situation standing on tables. Do they fear that majority of the Americans are going to stand on tables and call us disruption? Because there are very, very good people that would like to know, that would like to have a peace of mind, that would just want to understand what is above us. Something that we can't control, we would at least like to know.
Route 206 in Falcon Road. At this point, officials are not able to make any other statements as to the status of this investigation and what details that are known at this time and what they're able to share. But there we can see some of the firefighters that have been walking around in an area, again, just off of Route 206 near Falcon Road. We have seen them doing basically a wide area search on foot, as well as several all-terrain vehicles ongoing in this area.
Here it is. This is what believed to be in New Jersey. Individuals are now shooting at these drones, trying to take them down. And this is one thing about America. If the government don't give us the right, unfortunately, we got that old American spirit. We going to take the right. And I'm not saying we as in me. I'm just speaking in figurative speech. I got to be very careful when I'm on this platform. You guys know how it is. But they are shooting at the drone right now and trying to take it out, which is exactly what the government said don't do. But like I said, Americans do what they want, especially when the government tell them not to. This doesn't surprise me at all. I'm actually just surprised that it's not a Florida man that traveled down to New Jersey to shoot at it. Wow. Wow. You trying? don't know why. I'm sorry, guys. You can talk about me. I love my country. The dude, well, we're so American, bro. So he don't know what's going on. He trying to find answers, so he just shoot at it. That's the most American thing, bro. Like, I freaking love us so much, dude. What the hell? We have problems, bro. We're like Neanderthals. We're like barbarians, bro. We just he just shot at it, like, and reloaded on that thing, bro. He reloaded on that thing, man. Dog, Americans are crazy. So I am following this thing pretty closely, if you guys can tell. I would recommend you to check out the video before this one about the drones for more information when they first tried to claim that it was possibly from Iran. You see how quickly they changed their narratives? And that was a Republican that said that. That's why I say Republicans and Democrats are working together to push this narrative. It's evident at this point. But I hope you guys can work together. If you please like, comment, subscribe on this, and click the notification bell and stay updated. You guys got the review average going up because it shows notifications are going off of mine, which is helping to get browser features. So super thankful for you guys, which is why I'm making sure to keep dropping 2 a day at 2 p.m. Central Time or 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I have to hurry up and edit this to get it out to make sure it's on your screen by 8 o'clock. Thank you guys. See you on the next one.